All right. All right. I'm 7 minutes early. That makes up for all the times I was late this week. That's what I say. All right. Oh. Oh. idiot. You start with Quicksaw, whether you're here or not. Quicksaw. Pop, 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 pop. Put that away. Let's see. Start over.
The shared currency across most European Union member states, the euro, is the second most traded currency in the world after the US dollar. I've spoken before about the euro coins, which have a common heads side, but issuing nations are given some freedom to put their own designs on the reverse side. Coins issued by Ireland feature our national symbol, a harp. Germany puts an eagle on some of the denominations, and in Italy you might find the Colosseum or the Vitruvian Man on the back of your coins. Watch this video I made if you want to find out how a poorly drawn stick man ended up on the back of many coins. The euro banknotes, however, are a bit different in that each denomination is identical no matter what country issued it. There is no unique expression of national identity on either side of the notes like there is with the coins. They instead each represent Europe as a whole. This presented a bit of a problem when the notes were first being designed in the late 90s. It was decided that the notes would all feature European architecture, bridges, arches, buildings, but what structures would represent all of Europe? With only 7 denominations, you could really choose any country in the Eurozone and find 7 historically or culturally significant pieces of architecture in that one country alone. But you obviously wouldn't want exclusively Finnish designs representing all of Europe, for example. You could put one design per country on the notes, but there are more than 7 Eurozone countries, so that means people are going to be left out. And let's be real, Italy is getting some architecture on a banknote. There's no way around that. France, Germany, and Spain are probably guaranteed too. So there's not even really 7 designs to go around. There's barely any. And I'd be raging if a beautiful Irish castle didn't feature on a single note, but some Finnish children's horror movie set piece did. Just picking on Finland to demonstrate that tempers can flare when it comes to this stuff, and innocent bystanders are liable to get hurt. And so the powers that be decided there would be no real buildings on the banknotes. They'd just make up fictional structures in generic historical styles so that no country specifically was represented on the banknotes. The €5 represents architecture from classical antiquity. The tenner has Romanesque styling from medieval times. €20 is Gothic. €50 sees us entering the Renaissance. €100 is a blend of Baroque and Rococo. €200 brings us to 19th century iron and glass. €500 is 20th century and beyond modern architecture, bill. Which obviously looks horrid, but they stopped making €500 banknotes some years back over money laundering concerns. So the architecture on the banknotes is completely fictitious and doesn't come from any country. Although I'm sure Italy were still pleased with themselves, but that might be fair enough. However, there is a wrinkle in this story. You might have noticed that the notes feature exclusively bridges on the reverse side. Despite the fact the European Monetary Institute Council were adamant their banknotes not feature real designs, it turns out you can actually find all these bridges in one single European country. And no, that's not Italy or Finland, thank God. In 2011, in the Netherlands, a new residential development called Hedland in the town of Spijkenisse was in need of bridges to cross the canal that surrounded the neighborhood. 7 bridges. Dutch graphic designer Robin Stam proposed that the 7 bridges be modelled after the 7 bridges on the euro banknotes. The authorities liked this idea, thinking it might turn purely practical tourist attractions. Stam contacted the European Central Bank, who had no objections, and the Spijkenisse Euro bridges were built. Each one is the colour of the note it represents. They even put up signs to mark locations where their perspective most closely resembles that of the banknotes. Here's the Fiver Bridge, which is quite cool actually. The Tenor Bridge, yep, I like that one too. 20, nice. 50 is good too. 100 ain't bad at all. 200, just keep going. 500, I don't hate it. So now the euro notes all feature Dutch bridges. It is noteworthy that the Dutch are known as, and I'm not saying this is true, but there is a stereotype of the Dutch being tight-fisted with money. You've probably heard the term going Dutch, which means in a group of 2 people or more, each person pays only for themselves. Popular jokes like, how do all Dutch cooking recipes begin? Borrow 4 eggs and a litre of milk. Or why did IKEA stop opening stores in the Netherlands? They couldn't afford the free pencils anymore. So there is perhaps some comedy behind the Netherlands being the one country to stake their claim on the currency that was meant for everyone. Unfortunately for them, they will soon lose this claim, as the European Central Bank is currently deciding on new designs for the euro banknotes, which will feature birds or people. You can vote on these at the moment, which I would strongly advise, unless you want corporate Memphis on the notes. Some of these proposed designs are very questionable. Anyways, if you liked this video, why not check out my other videos? There is the Stickman Euro video if you particularly liked learning about money, which has nothing to do with you being Dutch. You can subscribe to see more of my videos in the future and join the channel membership so that I get more euros. Thank you, and until next time, stay safe. The shared currency across most European Union members. The shared currency across it is noteworthy. It is noteworthy that the Please.
This was quite interesting. This is a Donald Trump trick. Pretty disgraceful. I don't know why their military ain't shooting them to defend their nation.
Out of North Africa and going into Spain.
Look at this.
Mostly military-age men. Some folks comparing this to World War Z. You can see them piling out of the back of trucks even. This is a massive staged event. An invasion, but some 40,000 people. This is no doubt staged on purpose and being used to cause disruption inside of Spain. Very interesting that this is coming on the heels of Trump being ticked off at Spain. Nothing screams staged more than
Opening the
officials
gate.
opening the gates. And that's exactly what just happened there on the Moroccan side. Multiple cities already seeing a massive influx of migrants within Spain. It's overwhelming. This is the tactic that we've witnessed George Soros and company and others use over the years to send migrants just like this into areas and overwhelm them. So this is what's going on large scale. This is an invasion. They're robbing houses, they're looting vehicles, and it's pure mayhem in the streets. And you can see as much in these clips. These are young, again, military-age men in there causing nothing but pure chaos. This is an invasion. This is like war. Some saying that Rome invaded Britain with 40,000 people. And it looks like some 40,000 have been sent into this place by design. I'm not sure when the waves are going to end because, again, they're coming in off the ocean. As you can see here, they're coming in out of the back of trucks. This was a massive planned operation. And I just can't help but think of World War Z myself when I look at some of the imagery coming out of here. So who's behind this? We're going to dig and try to find out, but they're now saying 50,000 illegals sent in, at least, as chaos unfolds. I'll leave a link with more information. Join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Dabu 77.
Mm-hmm. Computer says 68.
At the airport,
My machine says 74.
finding a moment away from it.
But I always told you,
Start your
I
journey
think the
in
house
with the largest global
gives
airport
up
lounge
heat
network.
on that
There's
sensor.
nothing like platinum. Psoriasis had me constantly checking the mirror,
hiding any plaques I could. And look,
We got to swim in. I didn't know if it was going to be raining or what. What else we got? Oh, Spain got invaded by 40,000 Africans. People are saying Donald Trump did that because Spain wouldn't let them use their air bases and shit. So I don't think Donald Trump could accomplish that. So, good evening. What was that video? Oh, DOJ suddenly drops the reflecting pool case. It was shoddy workmanship. This guy's ousting out people like Walmart, Aldi's, prepackaged food that don't weigh what it is. I'll play a little bit of this. I thought it was quite interesting, the viewpoint.
Ladies, y'all may not want to listen to this because
Come on now. There we go. What are you talking about, this computer? Let's see if we...
I don't know how serious this is going to get, but it's going to get pretty serious, okay? This is to all the lettered agencies in this country, United States of America. We the people want our country back. And we're not asking you to give it back. We're telling you we're taking our country back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you think you're free in this country? Okay. It's an illusion. You wait till your car doesn't start. They shut off the power on you. You can't access your money in your bank account. They are building an electronic cage around you, around your children, their future. All these corrupt politicians are all a part of it. All of them. Every single one. You better have a plan. Things are going to get a lot worse.
One of the saddest things about the United States right now is how deeply
There's
unaware
one in
most
here that
American
really hit
citizens are of
home.
what is coming
I've been
versus
saying
what
it,
is
and I
coming,
didn't
because
do a
we've chosen
video.
not
I
to.
kicked
We're-
myself.
Everything else is so crazy, and
The
we're all
size
working
of
so
the
hard to get by.
tomato plant
What's
leaves,
coming is going
man.
to
I
hurt
mean, they
even
were
more
like
than what we're
7
going through
inches
right now.
long.
You know, if you're not awake,
It just don't look
there actually
normal.
might not be any hope for you, because they put it out there for you. They put it right in front of your face every single day, all day long.
And there's one lady in here towards the end, she talks about God, and a couple of them do.
It's up to you.
This just ain't right.
I quit my job recently.
I got a huge squash plant back there. It's been producing flowers for 3 weeks. I ain't got one squash on it.
You know, I had a good, cushy government job, made decent money, and I guess I just feel like I can't stand by anymore and watch these people.
All the watermelon failed. Either ones that
we're seeing the last of the dying empire.
In with the compost.
Trying to squeeze
There was quite a few of them. They all just fucking died.
My grandchildren. And I guess I feel like I can't stand around and let that happen anymore. So, yeah, I think I'm self-employed, and I'm going to at least spend part of my time speaking into this camera to see if I can help someone out there. You know, wake up, deprogram, maybe start just look around and, you know, see what's happening, and to be able to kind of, I guess, decode a lot of the bullshit that's going on right now. This right-left paradigm that they've put everybody in, it's all bullshit. It's all WWE. It's all professional wrestling shit to keep you distracted from the power structure at the top.
I truly feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone right now. And I'm angry,
No, I know
I'm
if you
upset,
spend enough time.
I'm frustrated.
Yep.
And
I
don't
mean that.
understand how we
They
are
all died.
literally
And I thought it
living
was the
on
ones that
the
got too cold. No,
desecration
because I had
of
a lot of
democracy in the United
volunteers.
States of America right
I
now.
put
And
the
I feel
rind
like
and the
nobody's talking
seeds
about
in,
it. Like,
in
you go
the
out in public
compost.
and nobody's talking about it. I go to
They all
work,
died.
nobody's talking about it. They're talking about Love Island.
Now, I know
people.
you could put something like this
It's
together
just, I feel like
if
everyone
you
is
spend
sticking their
enough
head in the
time
sand.
looking on TikTok
Our
and
food is being
searching the
contaminated.
stuff.
We have no FDA regulations anymore.
But she puts out
That's
quite a
the
bit of
window.
these.
They're saying, "Oh no, false
I thought it was
positive,"
quite
and yet
interesting.
people are just allowing it to happen and pretending like everything's going to be okay. It's not okay. When is the uprising going to start? Are we going to be the generation that
Oh,
just sits back
I've
and
been
does
at 40 fucking years,
nothing
lady.
and doesn't say anything?
When's it going to
Because I
start?
feel like
Who's
that's
going
the
to
direction
lead
we're
us?
headed.
What are we going to
No, it's not
target?
just you. There's multiple
What you
people in the
target?
comments who've been saying that their vegetables aren't growing, their plants, tomatoes aren't growing. Some people, I think one person said theirs was up to 10 foot tall, and
wasn't producing any fruit.
That's
so,
what mine's doing.
we've had ours in the ground since middle of May.
Yeah, I think
They look
this
like here in
is a
second.
little weird,
It's pitiful.
though. Wait till you see May. I don't know what month it is. I don't know where this guy is.
Just a quick
Look at
snapshot
this.
of our tomatoes here. They're just kind of lollygagging along. They tried to die multiple times. Yeah, no, I don't know
I
what's
think
going
too
on. We
much
haven't even gotten a
sheep
single
shit.
tomato this year, and for the first time, we finally got zucchini and squash growing. So you're not alone.
I was having a conversation today with a friend of mine, and we were talking about privacy. Alexa was in the room when we were talking, and I said, that
Alexa, your fucking cell
she's probably
phone doing the
storing
same
every
thing.
conversation you have in here, and may or may not.
Remember,
use that
what was her
information
name?
to later.
Appalachian Granny?
We got to talking about rooms
And
in
I
the
always
home
said off for
and what is
Alexa.
the safest room
She'd
in the home
listen
to not be
to the
surveilled or
show
spied
and
on by cameras
have Alexa near, and I'd
and
always
devices
set
and
it
phone
off.
lines. And I thought maybe it's the bathroom, maybe it's the bedroom. But then I thought, oh, I have a new TV. And not everyone has a TV in their bedroom. I do. I might remove it after this.
You
But
can always turn your shit
all of
on
these
and
new
off too. These
TVs have
people don't
cameras in
realize
them.
that.
Are they recording? Do we really have any way of knowing?
I'll be right back.
Where does that information go if they are recording, even when they're off? Who's looking at that information and why are they collecting it? Do we think this is going to be used for good or for evil? All of these cameras, like flock cameras, they're being sold to us on the premise that it's for our own good. I don't think so. They're being sold to us as if you're not doing anything wrong, then you don't need to worry about this. What do you have to hide? Well, the majority of the population does not have anything to hide, but we do have something called dignity, human dignity. And there is a certain expectation that every single move you make, every conversation you have, every time you lift your child up into the air at a playground or in the swimming pool, that is not being recorded somewhere and stored in a data center that's killing the environment. It's being sold to us that it'll keep us safer. Well, in my experience, only about 10% of the population in any given environment, whether it's a classroom, a work environment, in society, 10% of the population is the problem. Not the 90% who are doing their best every day to feed their families, go to work, have some dignity, not commit any crimes. Those cameras are not for the 90%. Please think about this. Please start using your voices here. I don't agree with this. And I think there's a huge disconnect with the handful of people in the government that's allowing this. And I'm not anti-government, but I am anti-intrusion of privacy. God bless you.
Those of us who are working on AI data farms right now, and seeing the amount of money and labor and investment into this. And then you talk to some of your contractor friends.
Welcome in.
The budgets just aren't real. It's almost like
we'll be back shortly.
This
This is pissing off the board.
It's like money's not even real.
Well,
if you're working on an AI farm, drop a comment below.
Remember how I said I lived?
Oh, this guy. This is pretty sad.
Absolutely nothing around us.
Pretty sad.
What's that?
I'm surprised the
What's that?
hillbillies don't shoot at it.
What is that for?
Coming from the other direction, maybe.
Oh, a free country.
Plot camera.
What do you monitor?
I don't know where he is, but I like that thunderstorm head building way off in the distance. I like that. I used to watch that for hours.
And why are our tax dollars being
Right from my campground.
to enslave the people, I wonder?
Supposedly,
20,000 humanoid robots currently being trained to work retail, customer service, product demonstrations, front of house, anything to do with customers or walk-ins. And currently, BMW, Mercedes, Amazon, Tesla are all using humanoid robots to build cars. BMW last year had 30,000 cars built
with humanoids, at least humanoid assistants. And if you didn't know, currently in New York, they're testing out a humanoid teacher assistant, which we all know.
Wow, I couldn't even imagine that. This is like go back to the 70s watching sci-fi movies.
Doesn't matter. We're all in trouble.
Welcome, teacher. This is your teacher, Miss Mary Elephant. She's a humanoid.
I know what you're saying. What are they going to do if robots take over everything? How will we buy things? I don't know. But I can tell you, I got rid of my landscaper, the guy that cuts my grass, and replaced him with a autonomous little...
So you went ahead and did the same damn thing.
And it was inexpensive. It was cheaper to do that than to pay him the rest of the summer. He also didn't show up a lot, so just made sense. We're all in trouble.
So if you're a home gardener, I have a question. Are you seeing weird shit happen with what you've planted? Because I and my sisters and some friends of ours that have a garden have been telling us some interesting stories about what's happening. Because we've done a couple of raised beds. And I'm out and
I got one leaf left, Leslie. I trimmed all them big ugly leaves off yesterday. They're putting all the energy into growth. Now there's, I think it's blood meal that I did put in there. In the blood meal, I think it's the blood meal has a tendency to create a lot of vegetation. So if you use it on like spinach or lettuce, you get a lot of vegetation. But the two squashes out there just don't make no sense to me. I'm not even seeing a little squash develop. And they're loaded with flowers. And I find that weird. And I find the tomato leaves are really huge. I got one. So if Laura shows up either tonight or tomorrow, I'll cut it off and bring it in here. You won't believe the size of that fucking thing. I've never seen tomato leaves that big. She's going to talk about some of her deal with her garden.
Fertilizer and everything was going great. I had like 5 or 6 green peppers that were coming up looking absolutely beautiful. And then we had a big rainstorm that popped up out of the blue, and I'm going, well, it's because
peppers don't like to be wet. The roots don't like to be wet. So this could be her own doing.
Beginning to rot and pretty much dead and useless. I had a cucumber start to grow that was this big, bulbous.
Yeah.
On one end. And it
remember what I tell you about cucumbers?
And then had a little nub on.
All your stuff is bolting, but that I think that's because you've been dealing with ridiculous amount of heat, and that will happen. Let's get back to this cucumber deal. What I was always told was if you got an odd-shaped cucumber, pick it. Because when they start getting bulbous like that and yellow, from what I understand, the plant is being told, we made offspring, let's shit the bed. And that's what happens. That's why you got to keep picking cucumbers. So that cucumber should have come off right when it was deformed. That's just my opinion of what she's talking about.
Friends of ours are reporting that their gardens are failing. My sister and my family plant a garden every year. They've had to redo beans 3 times. And what they're getting also in some of the squash and zucchinis are warped. They look more like gourds. So if this is happening in small gardens, can you imagine what's happening in the larger ones? But my question is, why after a rainstorm that just blew through out of the blue, did suddenly every one of my green peppers die overnight?
She never grew pot, but you know, in October, in Reefer, you get a nice big huge bud, 12 inches long, and you get water in that, you'll get bud rot. So I think this is what happened to her. I think she overwatered them, and then the rain came in and just soaked the roots, and they can't handle that.
Attention to this, friends, to what's going on with food in general.
Well, I think chemtrail. I think putting chemtrail up in the sky changes the spectrum, the light.
Pay attention.
You know, you can do that with a smartphone.
Please put
I told y'all.
Because
On a nice blue sky day, take your spectrum analyzer, light analyzer, and point up. It'll give you a number. And then go look what happens when there's
Shit out in
chemtrails.
Oregon, where they want to ban hunting and fishing. What in the is going on in this country? I mean, between that, these data centers, the ridiculous amounts of taxes that get extorted from us daily.
Yeah, I'm shocked that Oregon would
How did we get here?
try to eliminate hunting. I'm surprised the insurance company ain't screaming, no. Keep killing them deer. Because they probably pay a lot of money to damage cars with deer.
Dude, they are taking everything from us. And we just keep sitting here and letting it happen. Going to work every day, paying these ridiculous taxes. And then every time you get a bill in the mail, it's sky high. When are we going to stop it?
So in the 4 years since I bought my house, my property taxes have increased 30%. If American citizens can pay taxes based on the value of their home, why can't billionaires pay taxes based on the value of their assets?
Right.
Where's our money? Where is our money? The DOJ just announced that they have arrested 455 people accused of medical fraud in 45 different states. The medical fraud that they have uncovered equals over $6 billion.
$billion.
In a separate case, the FBI has uncovered over 12,000 cases of real estate fraud. That fraud is estimated at $275 million. The Social Security Department has uncovered billions of dollars of fraud for fake housing programs in different states, giving away money to people that needed housing that actually did not. And then Doge. Do you remember when Doge was a big thing with Elon Musk, who supposedly uncovered $200 million of fraud, and we were supposed to get like a kickback because it's all of our money? Over $800 billion of taxpayer money has been going to these fake programs, allowing people in the medical industry to file claims that aren't real. All of this goes back to us. We're the taxpayers funding all of these programs. And I don't know about you, but I don't have a check in my mailbox. And they say, oh, yeah, we made all these arrests. We're bringing all these people to justice. That's
Man, you should see what you're spending in Jewville.
Brand new truck for $8,000. That's what they run in China, and they were going to start selling them over here. And our Congress went out of its way to pass a bill and block any of these little trucks or vehicles from coming over here. And you know it's because our big auto industry here lobbied them, gave them some.
No, this guy's off. Not Chinese trucks, they're Toyotas and Nissans. And those were about $15,000 for a good, serviceable truck with not much fucking bullshit in it. And the fucking Jews down there in Washington decided to fucking cut them off. Now, Trump was supposed to get them, but I haven't seen none for sale. And then the state turns around like, I don't think you can have one here in Maine. And they're only good for highway road speed, I think, up to 50 miles an hour. They're only like 65 horse. I mean, the base is pretty good. But why don't you throw a 4-cylinder in there? You know, I don't understand that. Go back to the old Toyota trucks, the 80s. You sell them like hotcakes for 20 grand.
No, we don't get the benefit of having some cheap vehicles that with great gas mileage. That
Right.
work just as good
Cheap
as
vehicle, great gas
$80,000
mileage, safe, fairly safe.
Now, and they just keep us in perpetual debt. So, thank you, Congressman and your senators for
Yep,
keeping you
they
in
all
power.
did that. So you're gonna put
Not allowing
Susan
free
Collins
trade.
back in? And she's advertising on YouTube. She's advertising on regular TV, nonstop.
I do not want any tax or CPP deducted from my check. You guys
Yeah, no shit, dude. I've been screaming for that 60 years.
your time supporting.
You don't take nothing out of my check. I earn $40 an hour. That's what I get paid, $40 an hour.
There's online.
And either you hand me cash.
And he likes to talk about the years that he worked at a local plant manufacturer here in town as like his best years. That's all he wanted to do. That everybody wanted to work for this company. And the company, like a lot of companies, how it used to be, had pensions. He has been
Try
retired
covering them up.
from that company 4 years.
If you
that he
can, with
worked
a
there,
shade
and
cloth,
he
an
gets a
old sheet or
paycheck
something.
every single month. And he says that when he worked
But everything
there,
this woman's talking about, anybody working for General Dynamics or Raytheon or Pratt and Whitney, they all got big retirements.
more on that day.
They do really well for themselves. And that's a gold vein in this country, the workers in the industrial military complex.
Those types of examples are really important to remember, that those pensions and unions and those benefits that were paid to employees because employers respected them as part of a thriving middle class, those protections don't exist anymore. And so when older generations say, well, just do what we did and you work hard and you pull yourself up and
You can't do that.
it doesn't exist anymore. But they had it.
I watch a half an hour here about working at
This is your
Walmart.
sign to stop paying your credit cards. Okay? Now, this is not medical advice by any means, but it's important for you to know that my credit cards have not been paid in many, many, many months. And whose credit score is going up? Yeah, this girl. This girl! So it's all a scam. It's all numbers. Money is not real. It is just numbers on a freaking screen at this point. And same with the credit score. Numbers on a screen that go up and down like a teeter-totter. And sometimes when you're teeter-tottering in the way that you've been taught is best, okay, this is going to increase my score. Boom, it goes down. So what I'm telling you today is it will literally pay off.
Yeah, I paid a debt off on the camper, and my score went way down.
Those credit card bills. Stop. Just stop paying them. Again, absolutely not medical advice.
You know, I am so frustrated. My mother is 78 years old. She worked her entire life. She paid into Social Security and Medicare for decades, never missing a payment, believing it would be there for her when she needed it most. Her Social Security check was about $1,400 a month. Not nearly enough to survive on, and now they're no longer paying her Medicare Part B. So after her Medicare Part B premium is deducted, she's left with around $1,200. Her rent alone is $800. That leaves her with just $400 to cover everything else: food, medication, transportation. You know, she stands in the grocery store comparing prices down to the penny, putting items back because she cannot afford them. Some days she skips meals to make sure her groceries last longer. Tell me how she's supposed to pay for groceries, prescription, and everything else on what's left. Meanwhile, Americans watch billions of tax dollars being spent on housing, health care, and other services for illegal immigrants. And you also have a massive amount of these illegals who've come here and stolen money.
And fucking Zelensky stole a lot of money. That was on RT, $325 million.
MapQuest printed out directions. You made one wrong turn, you ended up in Nebraska. You survived enough technological
updates that now when I hear here's a new feature, I know that I'm going to have to teach my parents and my children how to use it. We're not nostalgic because we're old. We're nostalgic because we've had to relearn how to be a human every 5 years.
So I work in a restaurant, as many of you know, and
Yeah, this was kind of lame.
I come.
Somebody paid for their dinner on an app.
Guess what? They get their chicken from Tyson through Cisco Food Service. Let's just put this out here. They have put in millions, billions of dollars in 3 different labs to grow lab-grown chicken, genetically altered and modified chicken. Finite, it's a wrap. Anybody that's been buying food for as long as I have not had anything out of a drive-thru in years, and I'm going to tell you.
Doesn't say anything about being derived from a bioengineered source. You guys have
Best Foods. You can get that in,
You don't know something that absolutely
in
just
Utah.
bothers me.
Best Foods. They're pretty
I'm out here in
good
my
stuff.
garage, and, you say
Yeah,
garage
this was
right
kind of
there.
lame. It was about people not talking to other people. It made a lot of sense.
I've done project management work for a law group here.
Yeah, this guy's big, couldn't find work.
real changes in their life.
This is the woman that owns this
They
channel.
don't want to rely on all of the corporations, all of the government systems for everything. People don't even want to be in this country anymore. I mean, we're seeing a lot of different things all across the board. But wherever you stand, I think it's important to know that what's going on in this country is very real, and a lot of people are experiencing these same frustrations. And I think it's important to look at what is going on and not just ignore it. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think that something truly has to change in this country?
She did another one, was really good. And I understand if you know what you're doing on here, you could put a video like this with a bunch of clips on it. Everyone bitching. And I'm sure there's people out there that are really satisfied with what they're making and what they're bringing home and all that. I already gave that a thumbs up. Whew, 77 in here. We got to get this cooled down in here tonight. Oh, we already got an hour in. I thought you weren't eating salad. Well, he said lettuce, so maybe you're not making a salad with lettuce in it. My lettuce, I mean, the lettuce is romaine and it's coming up. But what it's doing, it's like pushing the plant out of the root. And I keep putting more dirt around the root. And so I can't get them to stand up nice and solid and do a good root. What is it? Oh my. Epsom salt. Oh, nice. I don't have enough to do that. Yeah, White House connected to Charlie Kirk's killing. Well, I guess we can watch this real quick if you didn't see it. This is a Mr. Oppenheimer Ranch in Pagosa Springs. Boy, there was sights like this every night I went to work. You can see the glow of the fire. But when we was in the Bitterroot, there was a hell of a lot more smoke than that. I mean, you'd have trouble seeing them trees right there. We were literally choking on it. But that's scary. I'm surprised they didn't have no air tankers. But here there's a lot of problems in finding, like they could go to, if they can land and pick up at Navajo Lake, but there ain't. That's pretty sorry. It's still hot down there. Probably 95, 100. Let's do Sarah and Tune. Yeah, my beet greens. I put 2 tablespoons of seed in them. I'll be lucky to get 6 of them.
Toyota Crown Nightshade Edition. Today you're gonna get this eggplant with wheels.
Crown. They were real. I've taken old Crown, a 75, 80 Crown over this thing any day of the week. It's a pretty looking car, pretty snazzy though.
First on this Crown sedan, in the sound department, we have a stainless steel single muffler with twin tips downward facing. Also worth noting, the little sheet metal fins tacked onto the muffler to direct airflow at this little rear diffuser. Out back, Toyota Crown utilizes a multi-link suspension configuration with aluminum knuckles. Oh, I forgot my lab coat. Divorced coil spring housed in a stamped steel spring bucket. All other links are steel as well. Anti-sway bar measures in at approximately
coil
21 millimeter
springs.
change diameter, and it's paired with a set of KYB sourced made in Japan rear dampers. Providing the grip out back for the standard E4 all-wheel drive system is an on-demand, self-contained, permanent magnet.
I like frying them up with
known as an E-axle,
some
rated at
bacon.
40 kilowatts or 54 horsepower and 89 pound-feet of torque, and features a final drive ratio of 2.78.
Hello, you're live on the air.
See, the fuel tank is huge. It's
How you doing?
plastic skid plate. The 2026 Toyota. How are you?
We're all right. We're hanging in there.
Do you want me to hang up and join chat?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you real quick about my week. Tuesday night, actually Wednesday morning, because it was 1:30 in the morning, we had some weather warfare go through here, and we had hail and high winds, and part of my roof was damaged, and the water was leaking in from behind the light fixture in the kitchen.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, I just got done with all this electrical stuff. So, I said, okay, I gotta shut this circuit breaker off because water and electricity doesn't mix. So, anywho, that was a whole fiasco there. But, with my electrical issues started with the chandelier in the dining room, the box fan, and the table lamp in the living room. They would all, do funky things, and then eventually, went to the rest of the house. Well, so I found the circuit breaker finally to the light fixture in the kitchen. Guess what it's attached to?
What?
The chandelier in the dining room, the box fan in the living room, and the table lamp in the living room. So here I am once again. No lights in the dining room, no fan in the living room, and no table lamp.
Leslie says hello.
Hi, Leslie. How are you?
She had her up and downs. So the chandelier started all this out, and you're saying, I thought that you said they rewired all that though.
They did rewire a lot of it, but apparently these 4 items are still connected. The porch light porch light is, well, they did rewire it, but they replaced the wire. It's still connected to the same circuit. So the porch light, the table lamp, the box fan, it was chandelier. Yeah.
So would it blow shingles off?
It blew them. It flipped them over. I didn't actually lose any shingles, but this roof is so old. I don't know what the homeowner's insurance is going to cover. I had a roofer come out Wednesday, and he put a big Band-Aid on it, but I don't know if there's still water that has pooled, up in there in the attic where the top of the light fixture is. It stopped dripping, but I'm not willing to take any chances, so I'm just...
So can you get up in the attic?
Not to that part, no.
Well, can you get in the attic and see where that part is?
I can get in the attic. It's not easy.
Right, so put a fan up there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's what is it, Surf Pro does? They come in with big blowers like that.
Well, the insurance adjuster told me to go ahead and get a new light fixture. So that is covered. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll just, I know my guys can be out here Monday, so I'll just live through the weekend without.
Yeah, but a light fixture, even it's fresh water. You're not dealing with salt water.
Yeah.
If there's an on and off switch, that might suffer. But
I'm sure it will. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sure it will. I'm just not willing to take that chance.
Yeah.
I've already lived through electric hell.
Yeah.
For months. I'm not doing it. I'd rather just do without a few things for a few days than take the risk. So the insurance adjuster is supposed to be out here Monday, and hopefully my electric guys will be out here Monday too to replace this light fixture. Yeah. Anywho, what's the topic of discussion tonight?
Whatever Leslie and I, Josh stopped in here, said a few words, and then he had to go. Is Star okay and safe? Leslie.
Star is very good. Thank you for asking. She is very, very good. She's doing better than me, because in my search for the right circuit breaker to turn off,
Yeah.
I had to go up and down the stairs, and I'm not exaggerating, 20 times.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was really quite tired.
Well, I don't really have that issue, but there was a cool thing advertised on YouTube commercial. It was like the first one that made sense. And what it is you go and you plug this thing into the plug. It's a transmitter, and then you go to your circuit breaker and you touch each circuit breaker with this other thing. And it lights up green when you run that circuit breaker. I thought that was pretty neat.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what the electrician has.
Yeah, so you can buy them pretty cheap now.
Yeah. You know that thing you were telling me to get where you can plug it into the socket and it'll tell you how many whatever
Volts.
and it'll tell if it's being overloaded or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't even say this. Never mind. Just never mind.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I had somebody, family member, and their kids were real young, and they were blowing up hair dryers. And then they were blowing up TVs, and he had like 160, 170 volts.
Wow.
And the outside box was 220 or 240. And the water was getting in there and making a trace to the 120 circuit. So that,
Oh, no.
yeah, they had like 40, 70 volts over. That's why I tell you to put the thing in the wall. You can do it with a voltmeter.
Yeah.
This voltmeter that does AC.
Well, now I'm upgraded to the 200 amp box, so there shouldn't be any issues there.
Well, 200 amps really. Modern days, like ham radio amplifiers, yeah, it'd be nice to have that upgrade. But you you got an electric stove?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a little steep, but you know, the light bulb that I'm burning right here, this runs about 5 or 7 watts. These computers are somewhere around 15.
Yeah.
And so we really don't use a whole lot of voltage, a lot of amps, a lot of wattage.
I don't either. I mean, typically, if I'm not running the dishwasher or the washing machine, which, you know, the washing machine's once a week, and the dishwasher's like once every other week. But unless this doesn't count with the air conditioner on. But
Holy shit. Not to interrupt you, we're playing a video on a $80,000 Lexus. Well, actually, it's a Toyota Crown. Is coming back, and this is getting fucking ridiculous, and I am seeing it right. Can you see the screen?
Oh, I don't have it on.
Oh, 0W8 motor oil. That's fucking insane.
What the heck is that?
I've never heard of it. I've heard of 015. That's absolutely nuts. I think that's absolutely nuts. They make
old school. I'm 5W30, 10W30, 10W30.
Yeah.
I've never heard of zero thing.
Well, I used to run, when I left to go out west, I changed my old 2050 Castro because it was super hot in some of the places. And when I got home, I changed it over to 1040 for the winter. But, you know, these engines are so precisionally made. The clearances and the barons are so tight. But I'd be really skeptical about running that fucking shit. And if you pour this shit out, and I did, I had 015, I think it was. And I'm pouring it in the engine, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This ain't for real. This has got to have less viscosity than water. Definitely less viscosity than corn oil. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just ran into that. I was like, I'm not a big fan of all this shit.
It's all just gotten crazy and out of hand to where we can't even work on our own vehicles anymore.
Oh yeah, we've been watching video. I don't mind watching bitch videos, you know, people bitching about shit. But some people, there she is. Viscosity, yep. Ultra low. This is Toyota's new 4-cylinder, which is really quite a sweet little motor.
You're not looking at the motor, Ralphie.
Oh yeah, I am. I watch Sarah all the time. She's too much for me.
Oh.
She's smart as a whip, though.
She looks like your type.
Oh, you should watch her videos on redoing the 74 Celica. One of my dream cars. I had a 72. I love that car, but it rotted out. That was a beautiful car. You should have seen the work she did. And she was getting nuts and bolts from Toyota in Japan that were original. Very smart woman here.
new car was 1985 Camaro Sport Coupe. That was
Ah,
a sweet car.
yeah, you
I
like
had
that.
the original engine and transmission for 10 years. I had over 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah, good luck doing that today.
Yeah. Yeah, that won't happen today.
Well, I watch it, like I said, I'm not bitching about life at all. It could be worse.
Yes.
But
Oh,
I watch a lot of this shit about the way their mechanics are really tearing their hair out trying to work on these pieces of shit.
oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's really absolutely mind blowing. Like the one I just played was people sounding like all of us, in our little circle here about something's really wrong. Something's really wrong. Yeah, of course, it's been wrong for a long time. Oh, she's very precise in her work. This woman is. I don't know if it's the proper word to use for when people got to have it absolutely perfect.
Precise.
No,
Like
it's
papers.
some kind of medical thing about. I don't know what you call it, but she's really, really precise. I mean, I watch her get grommets for the friggin' windshield washer motor from Toyota. And the work she does too, like Leslie sat here. She's repainting a a 96 Honda Accord that she had in school. She found one and she's redoing that. Man, she's painted the engine compartment twice or three times already because she don't like it.
She's got a type A personality.
Well, she's very smart, I'll tell you that much. She knew how to run down wiring really good too. Good, just I like that. You see that big thunderhead in the background? I'd be watching that high up in the mountains, watching it build. I miss them days. She's down in Tucson, I think.
How's
But
your weather, Ralphie?
we had a couple days of cloudy, overcast, and we finally got some rain last night. Overall, I'm not really overly complaining about it. Perfectionist. Yes, she is a perfectionist.
Yeah, that's the word.
So we got all them push buttons in the center, man. They'd be done in a week, especially if I went to go to drive-through and get me a coffee. And be spilling out and fucking blowing this shit up. Electric shifters, electric parking brakes now, and all the buttons are in the center. So we got 82 tomorrow, increasing clouds, 82 on Sunday. Monday we got some rain at 77. And Tuesday, mostly sunny, 81.
Sounds like about the same as here. And we're supposed to have thunderstorms tomorrow and or Sunday, but it's supposed to be in the low 80s for the next week. It's supposed to be. We'll see.
I talked to a guy on VHF, which was a lot of ham radio operators don't get to do that. And he was up in Michigan. I talked to him the other day, and he was talking about his weather.
Hey, do you know what part of Michigan he was in?
No, I didn't. I didn't really ask. But that's Leslie's weather. MJ's been banging over 100. Wow, you got a spare tire in there. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, it's all good. I can't bitch too much.
Nope, I'll tell you what. We're not on fire. We're not flooded. We don't have any tornadoes at the moment. We haven't had any earthquakes. Let's see, what else can happen? I think we're doing okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little disappointed for a couple days of cloudiness and no rain come in with it. I get tired of that shit quick in the winter, you know, the winter. We get 3 weeks of that bullshit. Oh, Northern Lights tomorrow night and tonight and tomorrow night. We're supposed to have 2 meteor shower coming.
Yep.
So if you're outside, check it out. Star videos. Yeah, that'd be good. We always like seeing Star doing something. I sang you a video the other day. It was pretty funny.
You know, I haven't been able to get into my Gmail.
Oh.
I'll
I went through that shit for what, 3 days?
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gmail and everybody's phone around here. Yeah, I am slacking. I'm definitely slacking. My brain has been on electrical things.
Yeah, it's all going on 2 months at least, right? Dicking around with the electric problems there.
Yep,
So,
and finally got it fixed. Had like 10 good days, and then this shit's going on now. And then we had back-to-back heat waves where it was 100 degrees here, which we're not used to. And with the high humidity, the feels like temperature was like 107. Star did not tolerate that at all. She does not like the heat at all.
no, I never had a dog that liked the heat. You know, Ruby dealt with the heat, you know, especially when we were at Bonneville. But it was funny, it'd be 107 at Bonneville. And what I would do was let her out of the car. She'd go under the old buggy, and I'd leave my keys there because if there's a crash, I won't drive over my dog. And I'd go back there and look, she's sound asleep, not panting, and ice cold, laying on the ice cold salt there.
That's funny.
What the frig is that for an armrest? My goodness, they're going to make it so complicated. Yeah.
Kind of like how the Camaro was.
You what?
That's kind of like how the Camaro was.
I don't think the Camaro was like that. Let's go look at it again. I never seen a car with this. Watch this stupid thing. Like, I don't even know what the hell that thing is. A wallet? Credit cards?
Yeah.
Now watch.
You know, it's
Watch this. Watch. Okay, so she flips it up, and then you can flip it up on the other side, but the thing gets all squaggly. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Just something. Your kid fucking breaks the thing. It costs you $700 to get it replaced.
Probably. Yeah, that wasn't like the Camaro.
I never seen nothing like that. But this.
Let's just, you know, they do things to say, wait, if not, I'll make some Star videos. They do things to say, oh, this is going to improve your life and make things easier. No.
Right. No, it ain't easy. Look at, you know, all I got to tell you about, look at this dashboard, right? It's got all that shiny fucking plastic in it. Man, when the sun's right, especially if you're out west, and I'm going to use out west because we don't have much sun, you're going to have all kinds of reflection off this shit. It's just like, I don't need a TV screen in my goddamn car. I don't need a fucking electronic shifter right in the in the center console. Either put a regular manual shifter. But, you know, I mean, how many people spill coffee on this shit? Cost them $10,000 to get it fixed.
Probably, yep.
You know?
Remember the old, you can't trust a mechanic with clean fingernails.
Yeah.
Now they have fingernails to work on all this crap.
It is absolutely like, I don't know what you're showing me with all this shit, but I'm really not interested. Rip all this shit out, selling me the car for 15 grand, and we'll be good. Take them buttons off the goddamn steering wheel, too. I don't appreciate none of this shit. All it is a distraction.
It is. It really is.
You know?
But it makes life easier. You didn't have to have an app, or you didn't have to push an icon or an app to turn the heat app on,
Right.
and then turn the heat app on and adjust the temperature and then hit on. No, just turn the son of a bitch on.
Yep.
The dial and
So this is, I don't know what year this is. I don't know if you can see but that was a crown, and these still used in Japan even today, but they don't look like our crown. The crowns over in Japan look like this. They used for taxi. What you posted already, asked Ralph. I sent him to Australia for vacation. You didn't see that one?
no, I didn't.
How about the soccer ball?
Oh, I'll have to look for it. Is it Leslie? Is it on your page?
You know, the fucking pigs for 30 years will pull your ass over if they catch you on your phone, right?
Yeah.
But now to turn the heat down, I gotta look at a screen on the fucking dashboard, and they can't say nothing. Some woman we just watched today got a $1,250 fine from a flock camera because she had her phone on her lap.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is government overreach.
Well, it ain't government overreach. It's the filthy pigs in this country that want to split hairs on everybody to try to make a fucking judgment call and make their jobs look real. You know. I'm not saying all pigs are bad. I'm saying there are a good portion of them. I just watched one pig yesterday shoot a fucking family dog right in front of the.
I don't want to know that.
Oh, it turned my stomach.
I don't want to know about it. Don't even talk anymore about it. I can't stand it.
No.
No.
And then pig walks away and he's going, I could have been ripped apart. You fucking coward son of a bitch, child burning motherfucker. Probably went to Kuwait and killed babies. All right, let's go find that.
Okay, I'm going to hang up and I will stay in chat.
No, just hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Just hold on. Have patience.
Are you talking to me?
Ralph has the right not me. Oh, you didn't put him on yours? I'm showing her. I'm trying to get the shit now, but the fucking polar bear made the hair stand up on the back of my head. Oh, yeah, she's using this, she's using some kind of fucking AI thing with her phone, making me do all kinds of shit. And these are all pictures. Well, did you see, Leslie, did I put Desert Raider for a picture on this one, or did I use a monkey? I never did that. I never did none of this. You got to be patient with me, this old machine. And their updates. I did an update 2 days ago, man. It screwed it all up. So, well, you know how it goes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, fuck.
I'd be curious to see what Leslie could do with Star.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're going to get into. Did you see the one I sent you for the guy? Leslie sent me that one too. That was all AI. The guy goes into the grocery store and he's in the dog food section and they got Monster dog food.
No,
Oh, come on. I can't keep sending you this shit if you're not going to watch
I
it.
told you I'm having trouble getting into my Gmail.
Yeah, but this is weeks ago. So the fucking, and look like Stod too, gets home, eats its meal, and then starts pounding off the walls.
Oh, I did see that one.
I thought you did. Possible.
Yeah.
Nail.
Yeah.
I don't.
No monkey?
The no monkey one we used on this live stream. Let's see what this one says. And I'll look up polar bear next. Can you see the screen?
I see the screen.
Oh yeah, she sent me to friggin' Australia. Friggin' surfboarding. Never did anything like that. Someday though, they'll probably use that shit against us, right?
Probably.
Well, we seen you went to Australia in 2026. Watch. This was a good one too. This one was with this was when World Cup was playing.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna make it a little smaller. She did a real nice job. I slimmed down by 40 pounds there. Got a little muscle tone. All my muscle tone's going away. You ready?
Yeah. I got, wait.
What?
Okay, you got, never mind, go ahead.
Boom! Go! What's it?
Don't you wish you could move like that now?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Well, she got a bunch more. It's just finding them. I don't know if I'll find a polar bear. That one freaked me right out.
There's one with a polar bear. There it is. Polar bear cuddles dog. No. Very cool polar bear.
Way to go. Well, I guess it's gone. Polar.
Is that an attachment? That's
No, I don't even see the proper date. I don't know what happened to it.
says January 17th.
You know, there's nothing in there.
Huh. Mike Morales. Wow.
All right, we'll get rid of that one.
See, wait. What's that dot next to where it says forward?
Just an emoji. I guess I'll try, Leslie, all right? If you didn't put vacation on it, Ralph Vacation, there you go.
Not vaccination. Did you hear that there are 6 mRNA vaccines as of December of 2025? So just last December, there are 6 mRNA vaccines in the works right now. And guess what they're designed for? Just take a wild guess.
Oh.
What are we having issues with all over the country. The parasite cyclone.
Oh, Lyme. Oh, I don't hear nothing about that.
Oh shit, we got over 10,000 cases in Michigan. We're the worst case in the country.
Yeah, Leslie's.
Golly,
Oh,
aren't they
Jesus
just
Christ.
vaccine parasites before it even happened?
All right.
Not a thing.
Yeah, it don't matter. I mean, Ralph's vacation. You ready?
Okay.
Where's the music? I never did any of this. Let's let this load. Wasn't there music to go with this, Leslie? She does all this shit on what, a couple of pitches?
That's crazy.
Well, I don't see no way to. That I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I did. I wanted paraglide. I still would paraglide if I had the proper place.
That's great.
Ain't that something?
That's great. That really is.
She got that fucking polar bear one really kind of pisses me off. I can't find it.
What channel did she send it to? Oh, she just sent it to your Gmail?
Yeah, this is 2023. That ain't it. This is 2016. Snow, Mike Morales. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think this was a video. You don't have to play this, but you'd like to see. Stay well. Great show last night.
Damn.
Sent the cigar one. Okay, I'll check in a minute. Let's go see what this was. Ralphie bitching about the snow. You know, I so many times here in the winter, and mostly ice and rain. And I get a aircraft come over here. You know, what the fuck is going on? Why this ain't fitting this damn? Let's see what Ralphie was bitching about. If this was a chemtrail snow or not. Boy, the jets would come by. 20 minutes later, it'd change.
May 9th, 2020. Happy Mother's Day. About 10 o'clock. About an inch. Mike Morales, there you go, bro. I mean, ain't sticking on all the surface, but I don't think it's, I tell you, it just started not too long ago. It's coming down pretty good, huh? You should be able to see it in the camera. Polar vortex, yeah, natural. Anyways, thanks for watching. Love you, children.
All right, let's go get the cigar one.
I'm going to stay in chat, but I'm going to hang up, Ralphie, because I only got a few minutes of daylight left to roll my ciggies, and I don't want it to keep making that noise.
All right. Oh, that don't bother me.
Oh, it bothers me. And I
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling in now.
Yeah, you take care.
Yeah.
I'll be in chat. I'll be in chat.
All right. We'll talk to you later. All right. So you said you sent. Yeah, I don't know why I covered that snow and sending them Mike. It's kind of really weird. Now, I just had another video. I just had another. Ain't that weird? So I just got an email from somebody. When I went and clicked to open it up, it disappeared on me. Let's see what this is all about. That snow video, I'm surprised Buddy wasn't outside, maybe too muddy. Video unavailable. Wait, promoting alcohol, tobacco use or something? Pissed them off? Oh, this gal's really smart.
During the Apollo missions, when the NASA astronauts were all men, the engineers had to come up with a clever way to allow them to urinate in space while they were wearing their spacesuits. So they built this little device, a bit like a sock that you would wear, and it had a little tube coming out the end of it that would collect up your urine in a bag for you to deal with later. Now, just to make sure that there was a leak-proof fit for everybody, NASA decided to produce 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. And then they gave the astronauts the choice of which one they wanted. Now, you will not be surprised, I think, to hear that almost every astronaut selected the large size. Almost nobody went for small or medium. You will also maybe not be surprised to hear that once they then got up into space, there was just urine flying around. So back down there, so like, to fix this. And someone came up with a genius idea, which is not to fiddle with the design of these devices whatsoever, but just to simply rename them from small, medium, and large to large, gigantic, and humongous. And just like that, the problem went away. During the Apollo missions,
She's pretty smart. She does a lot of.
The engineers had to come up with it.
She does a lot of science stuff. She's a smart lady. I think she's a PhD there, whatever. Okay, Leslie, that one ain't working. October 25th. Meta AI, maybe this is the one. Yeah, you send Leslie a picture. Did you do this one? A man holding a bag of trash and drinking from a water bottle with children and dogs in the background. I don't know what this is, Leslie. Oh, now it's moving. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I really, I wonder sometimes, is he here to do this shit to wake us up and get us off? It's too late now. I really don't want to watch that, to be honest with you. I'm looking for the cigar one, though. Ralph, can you send this to Rhonda? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Man, I shouldn't have done that fucking upgrade. This is terrible. And ain't using no reply forward. Okay, hold on. One thing at a time, sweet Jesus. One step at a time. This Rhonda. So you should have again. I can't keep the zoom in and out on the top fucking bar. If anyone knows how to do that, please let me know, because this is fucking painstaking. All right, Rhonda can't get Rhonda can't get her into her email, she says. So. And the fucking bar's going again. And it's going to open up the screen at 100%. And I can't do none. If you know how to juggle, make the all right, that's a Trump one again. It's not there in my Gmail. All right, hold on. Okay, this is a Trump one again for the third time. I don't know where the cigars are, but okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll compose a letter with Leslie and you. All right. I got one more from you, Leslie. I don't know what this is. No more Trump ones. Although the one, the AI, Trump sucking off Netanyahu, that was pretty funny. Fucking Netanyahu. Video's unavailable again, Leslie. I'll see. I'll give it a minute to let it load, but it says unavailable. All right, so now you got her email. It ain't loading. It says video unavailable. Let's see what else I got. I guess Samati News will be at Bonneville tomorrow. I just want to look at Samati News real quick. Yeah, the invasion. Look at this shit. Did you see this shit? Spain being invaded by 40,000 19, 20-year-olds. RT News, get some good news here. Shoot deserters on site. There you go. Zelensky. Make African Maglo. Oh, you did see that, Dabu? Bernie triggers nuclear power down. Severe heat wave in Europe has driven Rhine-River Danube to record lows, cutting power output and distributing key supply routes. Oh, I hope that one don't blow up like Chernobyl. Oh, yeah, here you go. Zelensky flew to the funeral. So did the Jew bastard over there, the child burner, child killer. Did you know he was in here for like 3 days? Fucking pig. Look what they done here. Look what they done. People living in tents, blowing them up because of their religious beliefs. Here you go, Europe. Did you see Davao? Is that where you got that from? I'm glad he's starting to do headline stuff like that. I really don't understand why the fucking military didn't open up on him. Well, I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more. Surviving the storm. Did you see this one she did? This is what we use them for our thumbnail. I told her I want a 45 and 2 hand grenades. She says I can't do that. I never really walked in heavy amount of dust like that, but you haven't seen that. That's what she did. Oh, we're using that. The monkey one, though, is her favorite. So I don't have any more, Leslie. Let me check one more time. Made per poster. I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could show you the polar bear. I really don't know where that fucking polar bear went. That bothers me. That friggin' polar bear come up on my seat right here and wrapped its paws around me. All you could see was these big 6-inch nails, claws coming around the back of my shoulders, man. I was like, holy shit. Oh, this was polar vortex. All right. I'll look one more time. Let's see. Bear. I'll just put bear. Hug. Want a lot of coffee cups? Yeah, this is the video isn't here. I wrote you. I don't know why I got the video. Oh, because Ralph, yeah, it says to Leslie, it gave me shivers. Bear, try it again. There was another one there. That was a nope. Wallace. Maybe they are, I mean, wow. All this mail that I don't even remember. 2019, fantastic video, Carol. That was the one I think I wrote her and I pleaded with it. No, let me get rid of that one. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I didn't take it too lightly and I wanted to save them. But what happens is, if it didn't say bear, tiger, or wolves, I can type that in. I can't find it. And what ended up happening is if I respond to you, if I go and compose an email to you and send it to you, I keep that video. But as soon as I send you, wow, that was really great, or something like that, the video's gone. I don't know why that happens on my Jugal. Yeah. You take good care. Right back at you, and Star. Thanks for hanging out with us. What'd you say it was? Bear, tiger, nothing. And so that's where I lose a lot of stuff. Good to see you too. Glad you came in. Do you understand, Leslie? When I say something to you on a video that you send, it's gone. And a lot of times, what I don't do is like when I send it to you, I should send it back to myself, so I keep it. But what was this one? No. This so it says Maine. Out-of-state leftist calls for violence against Mainers. Damn. See, I got a lot of videos here, what's growing inside you and stuff like that. Let me see what this one says. Found this one on Rumble. Yeah, that was really good. That was about Lyme. What's this one? I found one. Oh, this is Osaka. So I should immediately, before I get rid of this, I should forward this to myself and write in the subject line. I lose so much stuff this way, Leslie. That one had no subject. You see, that's that causes problems. And I don't have no more. Found on Rumble. Mind blowing, really good stuff. That was the one on Rumble. Truth about Lyme disease, I saved that one. Damn, you're a hungry gal. Well, I ain't got nothing else. It's, unfortunately, you do understand that when you send me something like the polar bear and I write you back, it gives me shivers. You notice that I brought that one up, gave me shivers. But the fucking video wasn't there. So that kind of aggravates me a little bit. What do you figure? We had a good night. You got 6 tacos. You're going to get some sleep. I was way up late last night with Oregon. Roger from Oregon. What a hell of a storyteller. 96 years old. I finally told him, I says, hey, I got to try to get some sleep. I only do 2 a night when I make them. I really don't eat a lot. I just ain't getting no exercise. Fucking diet in it. I'll go pull weeds. I'll be right back. Let me check on Lady. It's out here in the dark. Yeah, I got clear skies tonight. I'll be watching for meteor showers. If I don't remember and Laura comes in, remind me to go cut that leaf off because I want to show her that. She ain't gonna believe that. I never seen anything like it. And my lettuce, it almost looks like it's trying to bolt. Now she stayed outside. It's cooler outside. It's pretty warm in here. It's 77. It's like it's not growing down at the root, and I've already put dirt on it, thinking I didn't bury them deep enough. But anyways, they're coming along. If nothing else, I'll just cut them and eat the lettuce, you know. But them romaines, man, I remember I growed them up in this place called, I think it was called Elks Flat. It was Electric Lake, Utah. Right near Electric Lake, Utah. And they had just cut down, I think, 400 trees. They were all bark beetle damage. And the soil was so good. We were down at the grocery store, and I seen a pack of romaine lettuce. I said, I'm going to grow some romaine. I did. And they got up about a foot. And then Ranger says, what is this? I said, what do you mean, what is that? It's lettuce. I'm going to be here for another 2 months. I want some lettuce. Oh, this is an invasive species. I said, you dumb bastard. It ain't seeded out yet. And when it does, I'll collect the seed. I had an argument with that ranger about that. Just more fucking nitpicky bullshit. They were good, though. That was some good lettuce. I got invited. Ruby and I got invited to Schofield. I met this guy down there. Even though I was camp hosting, he gave me a job. Yeah, it's pretty tender. I'll tell you that much. I already ate about 3. Pulled the plants right out and ate them. They were delicious. But that lettuce I grew there, man, was incredible. And so they invited me to dinner, and, fucking 40 miles from a store. I mean, they had a little store, but nothing I could get a cake or cupcakes or some shit to bring. So I cut one of my big heads. Man, these things were over 1.5 feet tall. They grew like wildfire. And they opened that lettuce up. We had, I think we had black bear and baked potato and corn. And she couldn't get over that lettuce, man. She thought I'm telling you, that was the best lettuce I ever grew. I grew giant escarole here. I've never seen escarole that big. I don't know if it crossbreeded with lettuce that year. That was 10 years ago when we could have a garden before the chemtrails came. And I wrote Johnny Seed Company. I said, I got these seeds from you. Look at the size of these things. Ask them for work. Go weed for them or something for a couple hours a day, They got big fields up here. Nope. So that's the story of lettuce in my time. That was some good lettuce. I mean, you didn't even need salt on it. You just chowed down. So the other ranger come up. He was a younger guy. He was pretty cool. He's like, that is really cool. I never seen a camp host do this. He says, the deer aren't coming in? No, Ruby keeping them away. And so I caught him one. I said, here you go. Try to keep it cool. Good girl. Get them damn varmints. Yeah, that was... Man, I tell you what, if I had that whole campground rip it up, I could have grown some real good commercial lettuce there. That was amazing. I think we were, 7,800 feet there. But them people were really so sweet. I think he was in his 60s, and she was in her late 20s, early 30s. And they had a little bait and tackle shop down there. They were very, very nice. And he was so overwhelmed that summer that he needed he had RV places, and they were getting all grown by weeds because the crowds weren't showing up quite yet. The weather wasn't all that good. But anyway, went down there and spent about 5-6 hours down there chainsawing shit up. Paid me very well. I used to drive there. It was quite a drive, you know. It was only probably about 8 miles, but you had to go over the mountain. And every time we crossed that mountain, you could see the lake in the rearview mirror. And you see the whole forest down to Schofield. It was nothing but dead. Dead for miles from the bark beetle. Enough storytelling for one night. What do you figure? Save some for the morning? There's snow up there. There's snow up there in late June. Most of them people I worked for were real assholes, except the head honcho. The chick was a sheriff. I still remember her. And this young kid. Oh, yeah. It was good. All right. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your thumbs up. Share with your friends, family. Yeah. Well, it's on my second social media now. See, right now we got, let's go see. Oh, I can't see on that one. Thunderstorms. And things get better at night on radio, you know. And me and that guy talking on 18 megs, that was quite something. The band stayed completely open. Oh, it don't look too bad tonight. It don't look like as bad as it was. I don't know, man. Pennsylvania got their ass handed to them last night. But it don't look too bad. Got some stuff over at Spain. They'll pick up on the radio. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night's sleep.